Good morning, students. I am Joseph Gerald, AP by EEE, the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. The subject code and name WE8601 solid state drives. The unit is induction motor drives. Topic rotor resistance control. Speed control of induction motor on rotor side. This method of speed control is applicable only to wound, round or slip ring induction motors. The portion of air gap power which is not converted to mechanical energy is called slip power. Hence, the mechanical power developed is controlled by varying the slip power by some methods. This further controls the speed of the motor. Speed control of induction motor on rotor side. Controlling the slip power is done by three different methods. Static rotor resistance control, EMF injection into rotor circuit, static Schaebius drive, static Kramer drive. Rotor resistance control. In this method, an external resistance is added with the rotor circuit and it is varied to control the speed of the induction motor. This method is applicable only to slip ring induction motor. So we know that S is slip, R2 is the rotor resistance, T is the torque. So the torque is directly proportional to the slip and inversely proportional to the rotor resistance. And hence rotor resistance is directly proportional to the slip and inversely proportional to the torque. So it is clear that any increase in rotor resistance will increase the slip S. Increase in slip means reduction in speed because slip is inversely proportional to the speed. Hence the rotor resistance varies the speed. Rotor resistance does not affect the value of maximum torque produced by the motor, but it changes the speed at which the maximum torque is produced. Here the speed torque characteristic is shown. Omega m is the motor speed, omega ms the motor slip speed, T is the torque. So by increasing the rotor resistance, the torque value is same but the speed is reduced. Rotor resistance control. For the same value of motor torque, the speed reduces with increase in rotor resistance. So in this method, the motor torque does not change even at low speeds. So this is the main advantage of this type of control. Also, this method is less costly when compared to variable frequency operations because it's of its low cost and high torque producing capabilities. This method is generally used in cranes. But the major disadvantage of rotor resistance control method is its low efficiency due to additional power losses in the external resistance connected to the rotor. So additional power losses is happening in the rotor external resistance. These losses occur in the external resistor as heat. So the heat produced around the external resistor does not increase the heat of the motor. So we come for static rotor resistance control. So previous studies is explaining about the conventional method of rotor resistance control. But here we are going to study the static rotor resistance control. So in a three-phase slip ring induction motor, a three-phase diode rectifier, a chopper and a single resistor is connected as shown in the below figure. This is the static rotor resistance control schematic diagram. Three-phase AC supply is given to the stator of the three-phase slip ring induction motor and the rotor side is connected to a diode rectifier, chopper and a resistance. IR is the rotor current, ID is the DC link current, R is the resistance connected across the chopper, TR is the rotor chopper. It is a transistor. Static resistance control on the current waveform is shown. So it is a square waveform. IR is the rotor current, ID is the DC link current, and 120 degree phase shift is happening. The RMS value of the rotor current is given by IR is equal to 2 by 3 ID square root. So here ID is the DC link current. The AC output voltage from rotor windings is rectified using diode bridge, and it is fed to the parallel combination of fixed resistor and a transistor chopper. So here transistorized chopper is used. The effective value of this resistance connected between the terminals A and B is varied by varying the duty cycle of the transistor, that is chopper. It is shown in the previous figure. The resistance between A and B is 0 when transistor is on. That means chopper is on. The resistance between the terminals AB is 0. Resistance between A and B is maximum, that is R, when transistor is off. The effective resistance connected between A and B is given by RAB is equal to 1 minus alpha R. Here alpha is the delay angle, where alpha is the duty cycle or delay angle. Power consumed by RAB is, that means the rotor circuit, the resistance of the rotor circuit is consumed some power, that is PAB is equal to I square D, RAB is equal to I square D within brackets 1 minus alpha into R. So power consumed by RAB per phase, because it's a 3-phase machine. So PAB by 3 is equal to I square D within brackets 1 minus alpha into R by 3. From equation 1, ID is equal to 3 by 2 IR whole root is the fourth equation. So substituting equation 4 in equation 3, we get PAB by 3 is equal to I square D within brackets 1 minus alpha into R by 3 is equal to 3 by 2 I squared R within brackets 1 minus alpha into R by 3. Therefore, power consumed by RAB resistance per phase is 0.5 I squared R within brackets 1 minus alpha into R. The fifth equation. From this equation, it is clear that the rotor resistance is increased by 0.5 R into 1 minus alpha. Thus, the total resistance in the rotor circuit is given by RT is equal to R plus 0.5 R 1 minus alpha. So from this equation, it is clear that rotor resistance is varied from RR to RR plus 0.5 R, when alpha is varied from 1 to 0. So advantages of rotor resistance control method. Some advantages are there using this static rotor resistance control, including smooth and stepless control is possible, quick response, less maintenance, compact size, absence of inrush starting current, availability of full rated torque at starting, high line power factor, absence of line current harmonics, wide range of speed control. Some disadvantages of rotor resistance control method. Increase in rotor resistance leads to increase of power loss in the rotor resistance. So So this will reduce the system efficiency. So reduced efficiency because of slip energy is wasted in the rotor circuit resistance. Speed changes vary widely with load variation. Unbalance in voltages and current of rotor circuit resistance are not equal. Thank you.